Hi, everybody. Dr. Friedman here. I don't normally record in the morning because that's the time I go write. And now more than ever, I have really got to go do that. But I am very, very excited about what I've done this morning. And I want to share it with you. Also, in the idea that this is also part of my teaching how the sausage is made or how books are made. Which is to say, this morning I've completed negotiations and signed a contract with MIT University Press for my first trade book. I've written academic books before or contributed to academic books before. Behind me are my first book, Reading Smell, which is the book that got me tenure at Auburn University. And the other books that you see are parts of edited collections that I've contributed to across my career. And there's a whole lot more that don't fit on that shelf. I'm no stranger to signing academic contracts, but trade is a little bit different, and I wanted to explain why. An academic book has a very tiny print run. Each of those books is very expensive because they're intended to be purchased by libraries. And so if I had published a traditional academic version of the actual playbook, its scope would be limited in a certain kind of way. And I came into this book with a real sense that I wanted it to be as widely discussed as possible and reach as many people as possible. An academic might have been the right way to go, especially with MIT, which has a commitment to publishing gold standard open access, which is to say, it would be hard for you to physically buy a hardcover copy of the book, but it would be very easy for you to access that information online in electronic form for free. Unfortunately, during the process of writing this book, we have seen the rise of generative AI and bot scraping technologies that make me hesitant about the limitations of open access in this time. At the same time, my conversations over the last year or more, 18 months, maybe even longer than that, with Noah Springer at MIT, made me convinced that it's possible for there to be a greater reach and greater audience for this book who are willing to buy it. Which is to say that a trade contract rapidly increases the number of copies of the book that we're going to try to sell. The economies of scale mean that thus a hardcover is less than the cost of a TTRPG these days. We won't know specific prices until I'm completely done, but I am very, very comfortable and very, very pleased that this is closer to the equivalent to buying me dinner than, I don't know, paying rent would be too much. Normally, an academic book would be hundreds of dollars. I'm asking tens of dollars, low tens, when this book is sold. And it will be indeed available in hardcover. We are pursuing the possibilities of what an audiobook would look like because God knows if you love actual play, you probably are interested in long form voice people talking at you. But that's all in the future because we're still a long way away from me saying, please go pre-order my book, let alone please go buy my book wherever books are sold. The next steps in this process are one, I've got to go really quickly and finish writing the book, or at least finish writing a clean and coherent draft of the book. I'm actually still going to be tinkering thereafter because what I know is that I'm delivering this manuscript to two readers who are peer reviewers. Peer reviewers looked at the proposal and the sample chapters and gave me feedback. That feedback was, this is awesome. Keep these things in mind as you finish the book, which thank you so much. Anonymous readers, I do not know, but probably know because the world is small, but I don't know who you are right now as I record this and may never know. So over the summer months, those readers will be very diligently and, let's be very honest, for very little pay, a token honorarium will be looking at the full manuscript and making recommendations for revision. By the time I get those comments, I'm probably going to have my own ideas about revision. I'm still talking to people and wanting to insert sentences here and there. But the overall argument will be complete. The book will generally have its shape. I will then deliver revisions based on recommendations by the readers, and that will be due in early to mid fall, with the idea that then we can start to set this thing in terms of proofs, get it ready for publication. There's still the matter of an indexer who I will pay to help make this into a usable book where you can flip to the back and navigate by big topics that are important that run throughout the book. I will take a look at proofs to make sure that everything is as it should be. All of those things take time. And so it's gonna be a while before we're even talking about the pre-orders. We have tentatively locked in a season, but I'll be able to say with much more confidence in the coming months exactly when you can expect this book to be out and in the world. But we're on that road now, and it's incredibly exciting. And I'm incredibly grateful to the audience that has expressed their interest and desire to read this book. It has really kind of kept me going. To all of the folks who create actual play, who are fascinated by actual play, who watch actual play and listen to it, your dedication to this emerging art form has been a real joy to be able to witness for a decade or more. This is amazing, right? There's some really exciting parts of this book that I'm excited to share with you. And I'll just close by saying that if you are really interested in what this book is going to sound like, you can get the first preview of the opening overture in its current draft form this week on Thursday. I'm giving a virtual talk at the University of Edinburgh uh, Game and History Lab that where I will be reading from the manuscript of the book for the very first time. So it's a big week, and it's kind of bonkers. With a lot of things in academic time, you need to celebrate every win because there's like so many little like steps along the way, and at the same time, um, so much of it is roots growing deep in the dark. I'm about to go back and sit in the same coffee shop I've been in for what feels like eons, and I will continue to do so every single day in one form or another, living in libraries and coffee shops, slowly, slowly making this manuscript, which is already close to the maximum word count, into the shapely thing that I want you to read. But thank you if you're watching this at the end. You are exactly the person that this book is for. And so I hope that that you're as excited as I am, or even just a little bit as excited as I am, because yeah, this is a big day. So take care.